All right, everybody, welcome back to another live stream of trading US30 and gold. So we have a few things that we're looking at today. US30 is market opened up at 8:30 and has just shot up. We did get news today that tomorrow's NFP and unemployment rate has been delayed, and that we will be getting it probably next week, and this is due to the US government shutting down. What I'm seeing on US30 is pretty straightforward. We are pretty bullish, and we are targeting all-time highs of 46,715. Yesterday, we ended up falling down very nicely, taking a final liquidity sweep, and price just kind of shot up. I wasn't expecting price to just continue up the way it did during New York yesterday, but it's great that it continued to the upside. I was actually looking for somewhat of a downtrend before we get that. Now today we've already broken yesterday's New York high. What I'm seeing right now is a nice retracement. So going to the 4 hour, the 4 hour is getting ready to close, and I guess like what I would be looking for right here is in the next 20 minutes, if we actually start to see some bearish movement, I would be interested in potentially getting into sells. I mean, right now, we don't see anything indicating sells, but what happened this morning at 8:30 when the market opened is that there was liquidity that was sitting right below 46,400. Price swept that and then shot right back up. So we are looking extremely bullish, but I just feel like there's a lot of like liquidity on US30 that like is there to be taken if the market decides. However, right now, as you can see, the market is pushing to the upside, so we're not going to be getting into a sell unless we saw a break of structure. So we're going to keep holding on to that right there. I'm going to leave this trend line on there. I like that. And then on gold, what we see right here is gold just broke all-time highs once again. So what we see right here, gold actually just ended up taking liquidity from the top right here, and it fell pretty quickly, right? What I am seeing right here, though, is this could be an opportunity to just get into a buy. However, I wouldn't want to get in just because there's this sitting right here. I mean, there's a lot of liquidity just sitting down right beneath gold. Um, but it seems like it's respecting this area right here. So because price fell off pretty aggressively at 8:35, I actually want to see at least how the 15-minute closes. Does this look bearish? Does this look bullish? If we do see that price is looking bearish, which it looks like it is starting to, I would be interested in getting into a sell and looking to ride that at least until taking this liquidity right over here. So we did get a sweep right there. So probably a better area to drop will be this right here. So looking forward to taking all of this. There's all of this right here. Let's go ahead and mark this one out first because it is more clear, right? So let's see how this 15-minute closes. I mean, it could be a quick wick to the downside and then we continue higher, or this could be the start of the downward trend, right? So far, it looks like this is the start of the downward trend. In that case, I would probably be interested. Price that might sell right here, stops all the way top, and we'll look to ride that down at least until here. So let's see how that movement happens in 5 minutes. Probably like right here, 1 minute. That seems clear. I could see price to shoot up like right there. Let's see. Let's see how the market behaves. US30, same thing. I mean, I'm seeing some rejection of this line right here. Um, And I guess like we are bullish because we haven't broken any structure. So I'll go ahead and mark that out right here. But it's worth just keeping an eye on US30, right? Let's just see how it goes. On gold, I mean, I guess I'm waiting for this 5 minute candle to close in about 2 minutes. Let's see what the 2 minute looks like. Looks like it's starting to like act like it's respecting, but I guess yeah. Let's just see. We do need to get a clear break below here. I think that would give us our confirmation. And then we would look to trade We did actually start a brand new trading account. Yesterday we hit our target on. Yesterday we hit our target on um, being able to take profit on the funding alpha funding traders. Let me switch this. Oh shoot! I mean, at least I'm okay with this movement. 2 minutes. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be nice and bearish. I would be totally okay with getting into a sell over here. I mean, to be honest, I would expect all of this to get taken out. I think structure is showing me over here first. Let's see. I'll leave it at this right now. All right, 15-minute did close. So far, it's still pretty bullish. Yeah, still pretty bullish. But I really like the way that we got this rejection as soon as we tapped up here. So to be honest, I think I'm gonna go ahead and set that uh, limit for the sell. Um, have we gotten a break of structure? No, we have not. But just looking off of kind of that fall off that we had at 8:30, I don't think that we might not be ready for the exact sell at this point. But I am more than willing to go ahead and get into the trade for a sell. We did end up closing below over here as well. So while we did take this liquidity, we didn't break above it. So I am okay um, with entry to the downside. US30, um, US30 looks like it ended below here as well. But once again, I mean, we are bullish up until this area gets taken out. So going down to liquidity, I mean, if this closes above like that, then we'll probably set a limit. Yeah, let's see how this 5 minute closes. I'll probably set my limit like somewhere right here if it closes bullish. US30 has not looked this in just yet. Um, yeah, I guess let's see what ends up happening. Right, there isn't any fair value gap in this area, so that's a little bit worrisome that we couldn't fall down right there, or we couldn't go up there. Um, but let's see. I mean, I do want to sell this for sure. If this closes like this in a 2 minute, I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I hope it pushes up. Yeah, it has to push up. Reason why is because it made this down move, but it's not just going to continue falling. It's to take this as liquidity right here. Um, but man, that does suck a little bit. We should tap this in, right? Imagine it tapped this in and then made that move. We'd be like sell, 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 just fall off a cliff. Yeah, I mean, if this 5 minute closes like this, we haven't gotten that retracement to the upside just yet. I'll probably leave this where it is. But yeah, I mean, this is just confirming the downside. US30 just looks like it's confirming the upside. We'll see how this closes. I'll probably be wanting to get into a trade down like over here somewhere. Probably like this area. It's gonna 1 minute if there's a better entry. And we'll just continue riding that to the upside. And gold is falling off way too nicely. Definitely a bit worried why this did not wake us in earlier, but oh, sucks. Okay. And we're following the trend, right, by getting into a buy. I'd probably be interested in this trade right here. So let's go ahead and mark out what this would look like. I'm gonna go ahead and set that limit. If we lose 780 to make 3K, that sounds pretty good to me. You know what I mean? Gold. Yeah, see, gold is shooting down. Let's go back. Let's take a look at what this is looking like. Can we turn bullish? I don't expect us to turn bullish because we actually failed to break this high right here. You can see that we wicked above, but we didn't actually fall down. Dude, imagine if we got wicked into this trade. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see. We could have done better right here. So I think we know that price clearly. There's no real spot outside of up here where price is like, oh wow, it could come up to here. Guys, we were literally, where did this go to? Zero point 0.5. We were zero point 0.3 pips away from getting wicked into this trade. Ah, imagine getting in right there. We would just be milking. I mean, that could have been the drop right there. Ah, US30. I mean, yeah, this next 5 minute makes sense. It's gonna shoot up. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see what happens. I just feel like it doesn't make sense for price to just continue up like this. I think this needs to be taken out um, this low. All right, let's see if there's another entry here. Right. So what do we see right here? We see we got a confirmation. I'm willing to tell this out now. To be honest, I mean this is the way that the 4 hour is closing on. Actually, no, sorry. This is the way the 4 hour is looking on gold. I mean, I'm willing to bet that we drop down at least to 38.31. Let's go back. Let's take a look at what this 15-minute is looking like. Extremely bearish, guys. Ooh, it would have been so fun to just go ahead and be in that trade. US30 also just has taken off without us. Let's see. Get pushed up. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's an entry right here. I think my entry was a little bit off. If I'm being honest, on the 5 minute, what I was looking at is I was looking at this. We did get a push up, so we ended up breaking and using this as the next support area on the 5 minutes. So I think what I should have done is I should have been looking to enter like in this area when the 2 minute came right here. So like after we got this move, especially this move, entry is basically like right here. Stops I would still put down below here. And then exit we would probably want to take higher. I don't like that trade to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I could still see price just be like, yeah, screw all you guys. I'm going down, tapping this thing, and then shooting up. So I'm not going to hold and be sad if we don't get in this trade. It's all good. Let's see what this is telling us, guys. Is this bullish? Is this bearish, right? Have we got enough confirmation to the downside? Right now, all we have done is we have taken liquidity down right here, and price could in fact just continue shooting up, right? We are so bullish. Um, what would we need to see in order for us to look bearish, right? I feel like I'll actually go ahead and remove this candle. I think that we will see a push up. The real question that I think is in mind is, will we come up here and continue to push up, or will we see some type of structure form in this area that allows us to qualify getting into a trade? It's like another entry, but I don't want to get in right here. The reason why I don't want to get in right here is because we could still see price push down before it pushes up. If we get like one massive candle that just pushes down, it can easily take this liquidity. Why? Because like here we are on the 2 minute and price just continue to push up. If price does want to push up, it needs to take liquidity from down here before it decides to continue. So 15 minute is closing in approximately 2 minutes. If it closes like this, or it's this bearish, I mean, we can expect price to shoot down, wake and steady before continuing higher. So the other reason why I'm looking for this buy is because price is already so close to it. It's already so close to breaking this all-time high, and we are trending to the upside. So it's a couple of things. One, it's close. It's attracted to this price because it's so close to it. And secondly, we are in an uptrend. We are seeing a consistently, if we just buy, we will continue to make money. So that's the main reasons why I'm still interested. I would like for this next 15-minute candle, this to end in about 46 seconds, 40 seconds, even more bearish. We get a wick in and then we see price just shoot up. So we'll continue to monitor what happens. It looks like it's pushing right back up. Gold, um, truth is, I'm bearish. I'm bearish because we failed to make greater high. And what that means to me is that if we go here, that means that this right here is a leg down. That means that we are bearish. This is all internal liquidity that was just swept, and now we're going to continue to take out this low. So, you know what? To be honest, I told you guys that I might actually close out right here. I can't see myself doing that. What I need to figure out though is I actually would like to exit down here. What do I need to do in order to get into this trade? Let's go to the 2 minute. Price is going to definitely shoot back into this area. I have no doubt about that. Reason why is because while we are continuing to push bearish, that's great and all. This is like the move that we want to see before we get confirmation, right? I just had a feeling right here and I wanted to get into this though. I really wish we got tapped in. Yeah, see, I don't like that this closed up like that because now this is showing me that there is bullish momentum and we can just continue to push higher. But I don't feel comfortable getting in right here. I would feel comfortable getting in right here with this stop. So if I get wicked in, I get wicked in. If I don't, I don't. That's okay. What can happen right here is that price can react from here and be like, oh wow, look at this bullish momentum. Or sorry, look at this liquidity sweep. Let's turn bullish. That is a possibility that could happen. Um, and so that is the reason why we need to see where do we see ourselves entering the next trade, and where would our stops need to be. So going back to the 5 minute, what I see here is that I haven't really made any structure. Like, we haven't made a pullback yet, and so I definitely need prices to go back above 38.83.5. Let's see what that means. Yeah, right here. If this is being respected, 38. Yeah, I can see price come up in this area. So let's go ahead and just set an alert right here. If we get that, one will be interested. Let's see what is happening here. So like right here, what we would be looking at is um, we actually got this sweep rate. So now price can decide to shoot up from here, and it can start waking up. I think. Let's see. Going back to the 2 minute. I mean, now this just seems like it's pretty liquidity right there. So I'm still okay with entering at this area that I have marked out. Gold, I mean, yeah, it's gonna shoot up, but it's gonna take its time. This ended up picking up right there. What if we get in like that change it? Oh shit, what happened? We have been within to US30. So we are in a trade here on US30. This trade is we would lose $790 to gain 3,000. Is this a good trade? Let's see. Well, first of all, I need price to stop shooting down the way it is. And I would like for it to respect this area, which it looks like it is. It seems like it's doing so far. So I'm okay with it. But let's see this how this 2 minute closes right now. We need this last swing set to not end as bearish. We need it to actually push back up a little bit. So let's see how this ends. I like how it did push down its momentum, but what I would like to see is yeah, next 10 seconds to push up. So let's see how it closes. Looking pretty bearish as of right now. Last 3 seconds is gonna push up. Yeah, yes, yeah, I mean not really. Still respected it so far. So feeling okay about it. But this 5 minute, we have like 2 minutes left in this candle. This one right here, let's see how it ends. Gold is just continuing to make its way down. Oh, god damn. We had set a limit like just there, guys. We missed it by point 0.3 pips, not even 1 pip, point 0.3 pips. So really relying on this gold trade, sorry, this US30 trade to shoot off now. But that means that the next 5 minutes need to end, next 1 minute and a half minute needs to end bullish. So I guess let's see how it ends. Let's see if it respects it. I mean, this looks so bearish. I don't like that. I like how we did take liquidity here before we swept down or before we shot up. What that's really showing me is that price did move down, take liquidity before it decided to go up. I do like that. I like that it did that. But I think in order for us to feel more confident in this trade, price needs to end the next 40 seconds to be bullish. Otherwise, what that is indicating is it's setting up the next 5 minutes to continue bearish. So we have about 30 seconds left to see how the other end. I think gold, gold we still have an eye on, right? Just because we need price to come back up from here. But this is it failed. This is a weak low now. It failed to create a new high. And so we will expect some type of trace here before shooting up. God, that does not look good at all. Ouch. Sucks. You know why? It's because this never actually got taken right here. I wish I looked at that. Yeah, this never got taken. So if anything, it's gonna wick it down further before shooting it higher. It's gonna take this out. Is there an entry for this out? Right there. I mean, this looks too bearish. It looks like we are about to fall off and take out these lows now. So unless the next 5 minutes, next 4 minutes changes something, which seems highly unlikely now, let's just see how this 15-minute closes. Now going back, this is actually the start of 4 hour candle. That's where I messed up. See, that's where I messed up. I think where I messed up right here is this is the start of the next 4 hour candle. We need these to be wicked out before we get interested in some values. That is where I messed up. Yeah, we need that to get taken out. We need the previous low to be taken out. I mean, now I would say, yeah, maybe closer right there. Also, like $800 on that trade. I actually really like how this wick was taken. To be honest, now I want to go for buy. We need some confirmation for that. US30. mm, That's okay. I'm going in with the trend. I mean, what do you see right here? I see price pushed up. I mean, we were willing to get into a buy. See, taking liquidity. This is all good liquidity that needs to be taken out before we get into interested buys. That looks extremely bearish. We're probably going to continue lower. That's the next POI where we could be interested for buys. So we're going to let price play out. Gold, 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 gold. Gold, I mean, is going to retrace up, just where the market works. Right now, we're getting a confirmation of the sell. The third break of this low right here. US30, I mean, we are still pretty bearish on US30. And then we're looking at it out all time highs, so it's okay. Bad trade on my side. So we're looking at right here is US30. US30 is making a nice move to the upside, showing us that price can actually push up from here. I like that. I like that a lot. That is good, but I would want this area to be taken out. I need this wick to be taken out before we get interested in a buy. As of right now, nothing is confirmed, so no issues. US30, man, gold, gold played me so hard. Would have hit take profit on 3K if we had just I got that into it. US30, we are interested, but we're interested, to be honest, when price comes back down here. So let's see. See what price behaves. Gold, I think, has made its move, and I think we're ready to go to the downside now, which is pretty exciting. I mean, if that's the case, we're going all the way down until 37.07. Actually, sorry, we're going lower than that. We're going, yeah, at least to 36.15. So I know that we lost money today so far, but that's okay. I think if we got into a gold trade, we would have been super happy right now. I could be interested in getting into a buy, but I definitely want this area to be worked out first. So not going to be looking to trade at least until that. And US30. If we had gotten it, we would have closed 3K. Could have been up like 4,500. Hello?
तो तेरा ट्रैवलर्स का
Hello. All right. Well, we are back. All right. Well, we are back. So earlier today, we ended up getting into a buy on US30, which ended up being, in my opinion, a little bit too early. Reason why is because we did end up taking all of this liquidity that was sitting just right below. What I do really like right now is the 15-minute did, the new 15-minute opened up, as well as the new hour candle. The first 5 minutes have already closed. And as you can see, the last candle was extremely bearish. Now, looking to the left, what do we see? Right. So I want to go ahead and mark this out. This is our range, right over here. And where are we looking to next for liquidity swept? So let's check the 30 minutes. 30-minute, we could see price come down past this area right here. Um, Right now, we're just taking a look at what is gold, or sorry, what is US30 doing. I think like over here, we have gotten enough um, price to break down. We're basically waiting for price to continue pushing lower before we look to buy it up. So we haven't gotten our confirmation just yet. But what I did like is that we had created this liquidity right here. We just ended up taking that out. So if we did actually break above and uh, bring over our confirmation candles, I could get into a buy, but I would like for price to actually fall down at least until here. Gold, um, gold. This is a point of interest because this is where price can reverse off of. However, we just got our first initial move up. I'm actually waiting for this to get taken out before we are interested in buys. So I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert there. I don't think that we're just gonna come here and then start shooting straight up. I think we're gonna need to see some type of liquidation before that happens. So just waiting for gold to play out. Earlier today, we were looking for a sell. My entry was right up here. It was about just zero point 0.3 pips away from getting into that sell, which was a little bit unfortunate, but hey, that's okay. So far today, we're down about $800, um, and our rule book says that the maximum loss that we can hit is $2,500, and so as long as we don't hit that, we should be fine. There is no daily loss limit, so feeling pretty good about that. But yeah, interested in getting into buys from this area, but I think I would like to see at least this get taken out first. US30, there we go. Price is shooting up from right here. So yeah, I mean, if we were to get a bullish confirmation where this structure is broken, then I could enter a buy. But until we get some type of confirmation, we're not interested in buys, and we're going to continue just holding off as sells. So we'll see how the market plays out. I mean, it's yeah, definitely possible we just continue to get pushes to the downside, and that's okay. If anything, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a little bit later for Asian session and potentially for tomorrow New York session. So all good. Today could have turned out differently depending on how entries and exits were taken. I mean, obviously, if the gold entry was hit, we would have already been up. Uh, we would have made $3,000 on this trade, probably a little bit more or a little bit less, depending on where we took profit. But at a minimum, $3,000 is where we were targeting. We had the potential to make up to, I think it was like $4,000 or $5,000 on this trade, but that's okay. We live and we learn. Now, this is the next point of interest right here. We're just taking a look at what does US30 do. Gold, we need this to get taken out, like I said. So we've already set an alert here. And so we're going to just, we won't worry about being on US, on gold for the time being. I'll go ahead and just set an alert right here as well, just to see, so you can monitor what is price doing and how it's moving. US30 is kind of where my target is going to be for right now. Um, And so we're not in this trade right now. US30, let's do a quick recap of where we are. So price has been moving up. So as a recap, this box right here is where um, price was at a discount before we expected price to continue moving up and eventually taking out this top, which is the all-time high for US30 right now, which is 46,718. From here, we have been getting a nice movement to the upside. And our latest move was yesterday. We saw price shoot up and break the previous high that it had made on Monday. Now, what we would expect is we would expect price to retrace before we get our continuation, because what goes up must come back down. And we are expecting US30 to drop a little bit, which is exactly what happened today. Before we get into this trade, reasons for why this trade makes sense. One, here's some liquidity. This is the trend line that we drew up that just got swept. And this is a strong point of interest where we can expect price to shoot up from. So what I am seeing here is price is starting to shoot up. And what I really like about this trade is that there was this liquidity that was created right here. And price ended up taking out this area as well before making that move up. Now, we're still waiting for confirmation before we get into this trade. We're not in this trade just yet because we need to break structure. And so for that, we'll go down to the 2 minute. And what we can see right here is that price has not broken past this high right here. And so we can't get into a trade until that gets taken. So currently, we're still monitoring. We still are waiting to see how price behaves. To be honest, price has the ability to go down lower. This is the area 46,523. It's actually the area where we are interested in buying up US30 from. So to be honest, US30 can continue to fall, but let's just continue to monitor. Um, this is an area where price could shoot up from because this is a strong low right here. We can see that price ended up taking liquidity from here and it created a brand new high yesterday during New York session. And so today, this could be respected and we could continue high. But again, in order for us to get that confirmation, we would need to see um, this low being respected and this high being violated. We want this high to be taken, and if that high is taken, we would be interested in highs. Up until then, we are in a no trade bias, and we're just waiting for price to play out. So even though price is shooting down, that's totally okay because price can be attracted down to this 46,533 area before we shoot up. So we're really just in a wait and watch right now. Even for gold, gold is in an area where similarly gold is. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap on gold. Gold made this beautiful move up on Tuesday where we ended up taking liquidity on the left and we broke to create a new high. Now, from here, there was a lot of liquidity just sitting down below, and that is exactly where price was attracted to today. Price ended up taking liquidity nicely this morning. We did enter into a trade right here, but our entry was missed by like 0.03 points. And so we had set our entry at 4912.8. Price went only up until zero point 0.5. So if I had caught this trade, we would have been up around 3 to 4%, which would have been $3,000 to $4,000, which would have been really, really nice to go ahead and kick off this new challenge. But right now, what we can see is on US30, price has gone ahead and taken out that liquidity. So same similar way on how US30, we have this area where we're waiting for price to take out. Gold price has already taken out that area that we were interested in. So this is a really key point of interest where we can actually see the reversal show up from, and we could go back to creating new all-time highs. However, we need to see our confirmation. So right here, I like a few things. I might actually enter this trade depending on how this 2 minute closes. But what I like right here is that we got a nice bullish candle. We had some consolidation right here. Price did wick down, and we are continuing to push up. So if this 2 minute candle was to push higher and break above this zone right here, I'd be interested in a buy. But really right now, we don't have confirmation. Price could continue to push lower, but what I like over here is that liquidity that we were looking for. We can see that price pushed up, and it was this candle that pushed us down, took out that low, and now we're continuing higher. So I really do like the way gold is looking right now. Um, on the 1 hour candle, the new 1 hour candle did just open up. So can we see that low being taken out? Yes, yes, we definitely can. That's the reason why we're going to be a little bit careful around our entry. On gold, we don't want to go ahead and enter unless we got our confirmation. So looking at that 2 minute, it looks great, but we haven't actually broken structure yet. So still waiting to see what it looks like. If price pushes down and then pushes right back up, I'll get in. So continuing to monitor what gold looks like. Today, um, yeah, still looking like it's pushing lower, and that's okay. That's not a problem at all. But gold can honestly come down and take out 48.25. So we'll continue to monitor. US30 is pushing down nicely. We can see it respected this high and used it as a resistance point. It used this area to come up to test. It resisted this area and it fell back down. Now, if that area was to be broken, that is where we could say that price is using that as support, but we don't have that just yet. If it is going to use it as support, it would be respected and price would continue higher. So once again, we are taking a look here. We are pretty close to the area that we would like to see taken out. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see at least this area get taken out. So we're gonna continue waiting on US30 and on gold. Let's see what is price doing. Price is shooting down, not a problem at all. I actually want it to take out 80 to 838.25.3. So let's see if price can come and take out this area. If it does, that is great news for us, and we will be interested in buying up gold from here on forth. So let's see how price behaves. So we can say that we have not turned bearish just yet, and we won't until 38.20 gets taken out. But until then, we're going to be respecting this trend. What do we have right here? We have price continuing to push lower. Let's see. I mean, to be honest, I like this as an entry point still. I just need to get some confirmation. So if this pushes up and we break above this area, I'll get into a buy. But let's continue to check it out. 15 minutes. Yeah, see, I really like how we've gone ahead and taken out this previous low as well in the 15 minutes. I don't mind coming in taking out this low right here, but there might not be a need to because we already saw right here that price took out this area. So if we get a confirmation, we'll get into a buy. If we don't, then that's okay. We just won't enter the trade. So far, no confirmation to buy up gold. As you can see, similar to US30, we are respecting these areas and using them as resistance and creating lower lows. All right, so as a recap for anyone that has joined right now, we're looking at gold buys. We haven't gotten our confirmation just yet, but to give a quick recap, so here's the range that we are trading within. The reason why this is a strong range is because this on the left is a strong high because it ended up taking liquidity all from this area and it went on to create a brand new high. So we really like that. And what we see right now is we've had all of this liquidity just kind of sitting and waiting for price to take that out. So here on the 5 minutes, we have gone ahead and taken out all of this liquidity. We seem like we are respecting this area, and we are really just waiting to see if price wants to reverse up from here, if it wants to take out this wick before it shoots up. We are feeling pretty confident. We're just waiting to get that confirmation. And quick shout out to my beautiful girlfriend. Hello, hello, cutie pie. Let's see, gold, or sorry, US30. We're still waiting. We want this low to be taken out, 46,533. So we're still waiting on that. Once we get that, we're just gonna buy it up. We're just gonna buy up US30. Buy it up, buy it up. Same thing, right? We want to buy up gold. We want to buy up US30. Today we're buying low. Let's just buy. But only after we get confirmation. Cool. I like the way that's ending. If this breaks above, I'm getting it. US30, we can still wait. Let's see how do you want to enter the trade rate. Let's go ahead and mark up a buy. So we buy right there. I want to actually create a bit higher. Yeah, this right here, 10%. This breaks about that confirmation. Let's go ahead and set it here. See how it moves. And my take profit, I'm looking to ride it for a year, which is like a 6K gain for a 1K loss. So it's worth the risk. We're risking 1 to 6, right? Um, let's keep checking it out. Let's also look at like the 15 minute. I don't want to get lost in the sauce. What I see right here is um, we still have about like 6 minutes left in the candle. That puts us at about 5 minutes left in, or I guess, yeah, we still have about a minute left in this 5 minute candle. Going to the 2 minute, I actually do not see my confirmation, so we will not be entering that buy right now. So cool. We'll continue waiting on right here. US30 has had a nice reaction up. I like that a lot. Now I just need this wick to be taken out. They'll probably come in and tap in right here at 46,533, which is what we were waiting for. So if price ends up like this, that is great. I love that. That means in the next 15-minute candle is probably going to come and take out this candle, the bottom of this low, before we shoot up. So we're just waiting still. US30 definitely, or sorry, gold definitely seems like it wants to push up. Um, we'll just continue checking it out. We need a closure. We can't just get in off of what price is doing. Ooh, there we go. That confirmation didn't